Hi guys, welcome to the channel. On today's video we are going to make the letter A for apple. Having worked on a variety of bead art for over 5 years, I'm here now to share that knowledge with you. Hello everyone and welcome aboard this fun and creative journey as I share with you skills I've gained in a field that I am genuinely passionate in. I'm Stike and I love art. For making the letter A, we're going to need the fishing line. For us, we use the 0.30 millimeters fishing line, and you're definitely going to need a nail cutter for cutting your fishing line, and also you're going to require some beads. So today we're going to use the red and white beads. So stay tuned. Let's learn something together. Thank you. You're going to cut your fishing line to approximately 10 inches length so that you can make your letter. So we begin by a white bead on the right, second white bead on the right, a red bead on the right, and a red bead on the left. And then we do this we call crisscrossing, where we pass the fishing line through that end like that, and then we pull both fishing lines like that, holding both ends and making sure it's balanced, so we can have something like that looks like that. So make sure we're together on that first step, and then we continue. You pick a red bead on the right, a white bead on the left, and a final red bead on the right, and then you crisscross on the red bead. If it's your first time here, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Tell us what you'd love to see next. So we continue. You pick a red bead on the right, a white bead on the left, and a final red bead on the right, and then you crisscross on the red bead. You shall have something that looks like this. So continue. You put a red bead on the right, a white bead on the right, a white bead on the left, then you crisscross on the white bead like that. You should have something like this. Continue. Remember, we're making the letter A for apple. It's a bold one. There are two versions of the letters that you can have. You can have the bold version, and you can have the one that is thin, but the bold one looks very appealing. That's why we love it. So pick a white bead on the left, another white bead on the left, a white bead on the right, and then you crisscross on the right white bead. And by doing so, we have made a corner like that. So note that the fishing line's direction has changed at this point. So we continue. Pick a white bead on the right, a red bead on the right, and then a final red bead on the left, and you crisscross on the red bead from the left. So you'll have something that looks like this. Then we're going to do something that is slightly new. You pass that fishing line on that side through the red bead like that. I hope you can see that demonstration. Something like that, slowly. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to look like. So we continue. For this bit we're going to only be using 2 beads, so you pick a white bead on the right and red bead on the left, and then you crisscross on the left red bead like that. You'll have something like that. I hope we're all together. You pass the fishing line through the red bead again. Now you should have something like that. Then you continue. You pick a red bead on the right, a red bead on the left, and then you crisscross on the red bead like that. Then you pull your fishing line. You should have something that looks like this. Then you pass the fishing line through the red bead like that. Then you pick a white bead on the right, a red bead on the left. You crisscross and have something like this. You pass the fishing line through the red bead like that. You pick a white bead on the right, a white bead on the left. Then you crisscross on the white bead from the right like this. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Like this video, comment if there's something you'd like us to clarify. We'll clarify for you in the comment section. So you continue, pick a white bead, 2 white beads on the right and 1 white bead on the left, and then you crisscross on the 1 white bead on the left like this. I hope we are together. Pass the fishing line through. Pick a white bead on the right, a white bead on the left, and then you crisscross on the white bead from the left. You pass the fishing line through the red bead. You pick a red bead from the right, a white bead from the left, and you crisscross on it. Pass the fishing line through the white bead. You pick a white bead on the right, a white bead on the left. You crisscross on the white bead. You pass the fishing line through the red bead. You pick a white bead from the right, a red bead from the left, and you crisscross on the red bead from the left like that. I hope you're all together. You should have something like this. Yeah, I think you can now start seeing that the letter A is taking shape. You pick a white bead on the right, white bead on the right again, so those are 2 white beads. You pick a red bead on the left, then you crisscross on the red bead like that. Continue. You pass the fishing line through the white bead, and then you pick a white bead on the left, on the right, sorry. We pick a red bead, sorry, on the right, and a red bead on the left, and you crisscross on the left red bead. You pass the fishing line through the red bead. pick a red bead on the right, you pick a red bead on the left, you crisscross on it, you pass the fishing line through the white bead, pick a red bead on the right, a red bead from the left, you crisscross on the left red bead, you pass the fishing line through the white bead. Now then you pick as you can see, we are almost done. You pick a white bead on the left, a red bead on the right, and then you crisscross on the red bead. Yeah, should have something like this. Continue. You pick a white bead on the right, a white bead on the right again. You pick a red bead on the left and you crisscross on it. You pass the fishing line through the red bead. You pick a white bead on the right, a red bead on the left. You crisscross on the red bead. You pass the fishing line through the red bead. You pick a white bead on the right, a red bead on the left, and you crisscross on the red left bead. Sorry. You pass the fishing line through the red bead. You pick a white bead on the right, a white bead on the left. You crisscross on the white bead from the left. Should have something like this. And then finally you pass the fishing line through the white bead, and then you pick a white bead on the right and a white bead on the left, and then you crisscross on the white bead on the right. So guys, we've finished making our letter A. As you can see, it's a beautiful one. So thank you for watching, and please don't forget to like and subscribe on this channel. Thank you.